There are never enough hours in a day during the holidays. So I'm here to show you a super quick card using the Night Before Christmas Memories and More card pack. And to make it extra special, it's a fun fold card. Now don't stop watching yet just because I said it was a fun fold card. This one is the easiest one ever. Hi, I'm Linda Anderson from Linda Lou Creates, and I'm so glad you joined me. First, let's take a look at these Memory and More card pack. These smaller pieces that come in the pack, these guys measure 3 by 4, and this is what I've used on my cards that I'm going to show you here in a moment. They are double-sided, lots of fun then that way. I also included in the pack are these 4 by 6, the larger cards then. Now I'm thinking of using these and cutting them down to maybe the 4 by 5 1/4 size that I could use for the back or for the top layer of my card. So yeah, these again super cute and double-sided as well. All right. As if that's not enough, then there are also several sheets then of these stickers. So I'm actually using some of these to decorate the inside of my card. So let me bring in the cards now to show you the super fun fold card. And here we go. Does that look familiar? It is one of these smaller of the Memories and More pack. And here's the fun fold. Here's my little sticker as well. So that's one. I'll show you the stamp sets that I used here in a second. Okay, so there's one. This one, then of course I have it turned the other direction then. Same fun fold, same small 3 by 4 Memories and More card, and again the cute little sticker on the inside. And one more that I have to show you is this Christmas tree. I then added a sentiment to this one, and again added a sticker to the inside as well. Now let me show you the stamp sets that I used here on these two cards, both the, oops, no, just this card, I'm sorry, just this card on the outside and the inside. All of those sentiments came from the Itty Bitty Christmas stamp set. I love this stamp set. I've done other videos using this, and I said it then too how much I loved it, and I still do. Now, the other two cards I used on the inside sentiments then, because what was nice was my sentiment was already on the Memory and More card, so I didn't need to add anything to that. This one happens to come from The Greatest Part of Christmas. Now this is a hostess set out of the holiday catalog. So if you place an order, have other people join you with the orders, totaling $150 or more, this is an option of something then that you could get, and it is exclusive to a hostess then in that regards. So that's the other stamp set that I really like. So let me show you real quick then, and it will be real quick, how to create that fun fold card. So first up, let me show you the supplies. So I have one of my Memory and More card, and it measures, like I said, 3 by 4. I do have a layer then to go underneath. This one actually is 1/4 of an inch. Shockers, I know. I normally do 1/8 of an inch. This time 1/4 of an inch. So we're talking 3 1/4 by 4 1/4. This happens to be cherry cobbler ink that I used there, or not ink, paper. Here is then a strip of the DSP that also comes in that Night Before Christmas suite, and it is 2-sided, and I decided to go with this with the hollies on it, and this measures 2 inches by 5 1/4. Okay, I have a piece of Very Vanilla for the inside of my card, 4 by 5 1/4. And again, I used one of the sentiments from that Greatest Part of Christmas, that hostess set. Now my card base, the part that really makes it the fun fold. This measures 6.5 by 5.5. This score line and fold line is at 4.25. Now what you can do is take your sheet of cardstock, this happens to be old olive, and just cut it in half at the 5.5 if you'd like. Then trim it down to then 6.5. So just essentially cut off 2 inches then from the end. Your score line, like I said, is at 4.25. So that's all I did really, was just chop off 2 inches off. So there, how simple is that? So let's go ahead and get going, putting some things in. So I'm going to start with the inside. One thing I want to give as a tip here, this piece for on the inside of your card, be careful where you put your sentiment, because you want to make sure that it's going to be covered up when your card is closed, and I'll show you what I mean here in a second. So I will slide that in, and I will pull back one of the other cards that I already made. So I wanted to make sure that my sentiment was going to be underneath this area so that you didn't see anything hanging out from the sides. It covers quite a bit, so I don't think you'll have a problem with it being in there, but just kind of keep that in mind. Now, like I said, I do have the insides, but I'm going to pull in one of the sticker sheets, and you know what, I'm going to go with this guy right here just for fun and put him down here, and there. My insides are now decorated too. Okay, it's on this outer flap that I'm going to put in my 2 by 5.25 inch strip of Designer Series paper. Okay, and I'll just put that in. Don't you love the yellow in this? It's just a very non-traditional color, but I think it just gives it some really awesome, it just pops. Okay, so I'm going to take now my Memory and More card, measures 3 by 3. Like I said, it is double-sided. You might recognize that tree, it was on the one of the other cards. So I'm just flipping it over and using this side. Okay. And that is a 3.25 by 4.25 piece of cherry cobbler. Now from here, I want to pull in then some dimensionals, and I'm going to show you that I already have one done with some dimensionals on. I only want to put it on the left-hand side of my card, and I want to make sure that the dimensionals are going to be adhering down to the flap. So I have to be extra careful with the placement of those as well. Otherwise, if I have dimensionals over on the right-hand side of the card, then I'm going to adhere my card down. So this way, I'm going to go ahead and get the backing off, and we'll get that put down next. And then don't blink, because then it's over. The card is complete. So let me just put that down, and there we go. And just like that, like I said, the card is complete. So let me bring the other ones back in so I can show you. So here we go. This one I just added, since there were no words on the front of this, I just added my own. And then here is the last one. Super quick, and look, you have a ton more left of those 3 by 4 cards. So here they all are. So we have the Santa one. Okay, here's another one. I like it that on the other side then it's, you know, just a pattern of paper, or, you know, a design rather of paper. So this one you've seen, I've used both sides of that one. So here we go on this one with the, where am I going? Here we go on the other side. I like this one. I like the jingle all the way of here with a pretty design on that side. And then the Warmest Wishes one, the other side, this would be great to just stamp a sentiment, put it on your card, and you're done. So super easy. Lots of cards can come out of one of those packs of the Memories and More from the Night Before Christmas suite. So I am, again, so happy that you were here. You stuck it out with me to watch this video. If you liked it, give it a thumbs up. Also consider subscribing to my YouTube channel. That way you don't miss out whenever I do post anything new. My blog is lindaloucreates.com, and from there you get a chance to sign up for my newsletter. That way you stay up to date on all that's happening with Stampin' Up! So thanks again, guys, for joining me, and I hope you get a chance to create today. Bye now.